I liked Fonseca's follow-up to his unbelievable one-way traffic against Rublev, because Rublev in that match, by the way, like was playing like very, to his strengths, serve +1. Fonseca just had that extra gear that he didn't have. And that's saying something, because Rublev is really top 10 talent. So Fonseca, and I heard that Alcaraz tried practicing with Fonseca and they were going forehand to forehand, and Fonseca was hitting it too big. And Alcaraz was like, "Yeah, I couldn't hit it. Like my
No
forearm
way.
was hurting after I was hitting with Fonseca." And I'm like, "Yo, that is telling, right?"
And
Fonseca
Alcaraz,
is seriously the truth. We see big three. We see Sinner, Alcaraz. We know Fonseca is going to be joining them. That's just my opinion. As great as Mensick, Tien, Mickelson, a lot of these next gen guys, Feast, whatever. I think Fonseca is my pick to become the third, like in the triumvirate, right?
does it need to be a trio though? I've been thinking a lot about
It might
this.
not be. It might not be a
We've
trio.
been, because we have we're so ingrained on the
Novak,
big three.
Nadal,
Like, who's the
and
next
Fed.
big
You're
three?
right.
Like,
You're
what
right.
if it's 4? What if it's 5? What if it's like, what if it's
You're
like,
right.
would that would be better for the sport too? Have six guys that can really win slams.
We know it's at least 2.
Zverev's not
for the
going
next
away.
10, 15 years. Zverev's great, but I don't put him in the same, exactly this, very minute difference between him and Sinner and Alcaraz, but.
Well, yeah, in 10 years, Zverev's going to be 37 and Alcaraz is going to be 30. So like we got 10 years of the kids we're talking about now. How many years at the elite level does Sasha have left? Maybe it's 8, but 10 years in the future, that's what people are fixating on, even though the results matter now. But I think
I'm just saying, yeah, Fonseca pushing top 20 by year end.
He's a top 25 player.
So fucking good. So good.
Right now, he's a top 25 player. Like, he's playing at a top 25 level.
Yeah.
The books priced him like that against Sonego. I think the only difference was, and I think you nailed it on the head, calling Rublev a one-trick pony. It's not like he only has one shot to go to. Rublev only has a plan A. And what happened in Fonseca Rublev was Fonseca matched that plan A and outdid him in what Rublev wanted to do. He could out-hit him in rallies, which I didn't see coming. And then what the subtle difference was, Fonseca has that extra, even at 18, which is like, could be an indictment on Rublev not developing other parts of his game, where Fonseca has that variety to lean on when the balls don't come where he wants them to come. Like, Rublev doesn't really alter the pace of his shot. You're getting the same speed where you can get into rhythm and hit against him, and you know the kind of patterns. He's going to go cross-court, open up down the line. There's no real drop shot. There's no fear of him coming to net. And I think that's what Sonego did well against Fonseca, where I don't even know if it's Sonego, Sonego. I say it different every time.
I think either one is right.
Yeah, but he did an excellent job. Like, obviously, Rublev plays Sonego. He beats him probably. But in the matchup with Fonseca and Sonego, he mixed in his variety. If you watch the highlights back,
Sonego did a lot of drop shots.
So many drop shots.
A la Marazon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting match. Sonego is a great server. He's like a little like hit or miss sometimes, but I think having that extra dimension in his game that Rublev didn't like exposed Fonseca. It just like gave him an extra problem to solve. And against Rublev, he didn't have to. He only solved one problem and had the answers. And I think it's also like, yeah, I wish this one was Fonseca. I wish we could pick him to win the next round. But this is a win.
Yeah.
Like, he already won the tournament. Getting that win over Rublev now in the casual fans' eyes, he's there. People know
You
his
gotta
name.
assume. You gotta assume he's gonna be better at the French,
And it's not like,
and his game's gonna translate to Wimbledon, and he's gonna have a successful U.S. Open. I'm so excited to see Fonseca this year.
I can't wait. This is like he
Um,
got his Federer beating Sampras when he was 20 win, when Nadal won, when I thought Tsitsipas beating Federer was going to be his win to catapult his career. Like he got that Chapo over Nadal. He got
mm,
that super impressive scalp when he was at a young age to solidify his worldly talent. And now there's no doubt. So now it's like, what can he do with it? And I think even when he lost, he got to 5 sets with them. Like he had a chance to win. He didn't go down in straight sets and look like he got hit off the court. Like he was still in this match. So
mhm.
I think the world's in front of the kid. I think I'm so happy to watch him play. And it's like tennis keeps evolving. The new players coming up, like it's exciting how good they are because it would suck if they were worse, like for a
It's not
while.
stagnant. It's not stagnant. It
Yeah.
has, from an avid tennis viewer's perspective, the sport has been stagnant at times. That it's like, all right, you know, there's that era that uh, Fed, Djokovic, Nadal, Berdych, Tsonga, Goffin, whoever else is in the top 10 is going to lose to them, and everyone else is obviously going to lose to them, besides
Yeah.
those few exceptions. And then Murray entered the fray for a little bit, and Wawrinka had his little run, and Cilic and Delpo, but yeah, it was a little bit like, oh, this is not as fun. Meanwhile, now the game is much more wide open on the men's side, which is so exciting.